You didn't find your message, you remembered it. You were born carrying the vision, the medicine, the voice, and the message that this world needs. And today is the day to begin sharing it. Hi, my name's Steve Kidd. I am a third generation minister, international best-selling author of 39 books and counting. I've had the wonderful privilege of working with nearly 5,000 people, helping them write, publish, market their books to bestseller, and all the things that come beyond that. And I'm here today to help release you, to help you live in the clarity that is you showing up as the you that you were intended to be, the you that you were born to be, to make the difference in this world that only you can make. Because if you don't do it, nobody else will. Nobody else can. There's nobody that was ever born or that ever will be born that can be you. You are uniquely brilliant. You were created for a purpose. The world needs you. We need you to show up as exactly who you are today, to make the difference that only you can make in this world today. Are you ready to take up that vision? Are you ready to take up that mission? Do you feel a little scared? Do you feel a little bit unready? Like maybe you don't know exactly who you are or what you're meant to do or exactly what to do or say? That's okay. That is something that actually is a really easy fix. But it's not going to come from, you doing and finding the right AI program. There's so many of them. I just found a service the other day that has over 3,000 AI programs that are available inside of it. And it gives you access to all 3,000 of them. I'm like, holy cow, and how many more? Because in testing and seeing what kind of things it had in it, I discovered there's a whole bunch of them that it either doesn't have or it only has pieces of it in it. So how much more is there? But even with that, there is no AI program that can reach down into you and just tell you, here you are. Just say, hey, tell me who I am. And without giving it any information, any data, have it say, well, here's who you are. I've known you since before. But God knows you. He knew you since before you were born. He planned the entirety of all of creation, everything since the very beginning to the very moment of your birth. He planned it all so that you would exist, that you would be the carrier of the mission, the message, and yes, the medicine that this old world needs. And you're the one who absolutely needs to share that with the world. Share it today. Share it loudly. Share it proudly. Every time you speak your clarity, you help somebody. Every time you move in the direction of wanting to serve people, you make a difference. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. I get that. I totally do. And sometimes we stumble. Sometimes we fall. Sometimes things don't go the way that we want, wished, hoped, dreamed they were. That doesn't mean that you're a failure. It actually means that you're moving. Maybe, and there are times when we're moving in the wrong direction. We know something. We just believe it so strongly. And the truth of the matter is that what we may have invested ourselves in may not necessarily be the direction we need to go. Or it may be exactly the direction that we need to go, and it may just not be the right time, or the way that you're trying to go about it may not be right. There are a whole lot of those things, and that's why you need that clarity. Clarity, consistency, and connection. You were born not only with the message, but with the heart to serve and to live and to be and to do that thing, to be who you are in the world. You have consistently been showing up as the you that you know that you are, the you that you think that you are. And really, I want you to give yourself a break because you've been showing up as the best that you knew how to do. Okay? So it's okay. Give yourself a break. Give yourself permission to appreciate yourself enough to be able to just really let it all go. And then step into the greatness that you were meant for. Let all of the mistakes, the failures, the stumbles, the wrong directions, all that head trash, all of the voices and the messages of everybody else, let all of that go. You speaking is the beginning of you creating the movement, really, that you're meant to do. Now is when we need to embrace not just saying it, but living it, being about it, moving from all of these hesitations that we have, and we all have them, okay? We all, and some of us have, I mean, yesterday, those of you that were on live with me knew, you could at least sense if and I know I said it too, I wasn't having a great day. I can't tell you that I'm way back to 100% of me. I don't know, and I'm just being really vulnerable here with you. I don't know whether the 100% of me has really shown up in the world in a really, really, really long time. I'm scared of it, to be honest. Not saying that I'm not trying to release it out in the world and find the ways and do the things, but it's a little terrifying because I've gotten small little tastes of it and I see how huge it is. And some days I want to just run away and hide from it. And I know you feel that way sometimes too, and that's okay. Sometimes we need to just lay in the bed with the covers over our head, cry, rest in the arms of Jesus, and allow ourselves to just be okay. Even that. And I love my good friend Willie's book, Never Stop Winning. 2.0 is getting ready to come out. I saw the cover. Oh my gosh, guys, this cover is amazing. Oh, wow. I mean, it's just bam. It's powerful. And that's not me tooting my own horn. I had help. And I'm so blessed to have learned some things in AI that help really create some artwork. But in any of those things, you've got to bring the you to it. You've got to bring your vision. I'll give it. That cover is a perfect example. Okay. Absolutely perfect example because I have access to, like I said, I just joined this other one now that has 3,000, but I didn't have that one the day we were working on that. I have access to a particular, that's a graphics only AI multiplex. I don't know what else to call it. You kind of do some research and figure out the prompt, and learning how to do the prompts is one thing that all of us are and I don't care how high the guru is. Every guru is in the process of tweaking and playing and adjusting the prompts to see what just that little word change can do in the things that they're doing. There was a new one that I hadn't used before. I don't know how new it actually is. That was available in this thing. And it was the one that took, and here's where the secret comes in. It took what I saw in my head, how I saw it laying out, and could kind of describe it and couldn't kind of too. You'll find in graphics that most of the time what we really have is we know what we don't like, and we can describe what parts of it aren't exactly what our thing is. And it really, it was really cool to see it. But the reason why I brought that up is because there was probably 15 other different types of, and I'm talking the high end, the new ones, the Sora 2s, the VO3s, the Nano Bananas, the newer ones. I'm not talking about, I was using like, what was ChatGPT's one called way back then? Anyway, I don't care. I mean, I'm not talking about a 1.0 or a 2.0 version of some of the older graphics program that they looked like AI graphics, right? I'm talking about all the new ones that are making these stunning visuals. And I went through about 15 of them, and none of them came even close. I'm not talking like, with some nuances and it's like, oh, I like that. Let me tweak this prompt. Let me see if we can get more of that. I'm talking, they weren't even close. They weren't even in the neighborhood. I don't know how it is that this one created the visualization of that the way that it did from the prompt, because the others were so massively diverted from, different than that. And that is what you're going to get when you're allowing AI to tell you who you are. You have to have the vision in your head. You have to give it the information. And that starts by you getting clear. And the clarity starts, it's a whole journey. I mean, we talked about your heartbeat, your connection. We talked about you consistently showing up, you doing all that you can do and being the best you that you can be in the day that we call today. Perfect. All right. Then comes clarity. And clarity breaks down into, first of all, you got to be moving. When you're stuck in the mud, stuck in stupid, in analysis paralysis, when you're not moving, you're not going anywhere and you're not able to pivot and move. You have to do something, begin to show up in the world, posts, videos, pick up your phone and say, hi, my name is, and what I do is, and what I'd really love to talk to you about today is, those kind of things. You've got to do that. Okay. That's step one of clarity, because the clarity comes through the doing, not through the thinking about it, hoping, wanting, wishing, researching data sets, going to conferences. Don't get me wrong. I love going to conferences. I want to go to more. Still hoping to be able to go to an event this month. And I'm still looking for one. I know which one I wanted to go to in November, but I couldn't afford to go to that one. And it was going to be in Belize, or Costa Rica, actually, I guess it was. But either way, but ultimately, that's not where that's going to come from. It's going to come from you doing, from you speaking, you writing, you doing those things. As you share your message, your ears, that's where it's going to start. Your ears are going to hear you saying it and be like, that wasn't quite it. As a rule of thumb, what I've found is when I go back and I read through my stuff, the things that really resonate, will make me laugh. They'll make me cry. They resonate. You can feel it inside of yourself. You're like, yeah, I'm really on with that. And the things that are, and I'm not saying you're like, a billion miles away. I'm talking like, 1% off. You can sense it. You can be like, that's not quite it. And sometimes, often, AI, you can take it and you go, how could I say this a little differently? And if you, and the more you give it data on yourself, it could be like, really, you would say, I've heard you say, but if you don't have you've said it, you've written it, you've spoken it, you've posted it. If you don't have that data, you don't have anything to judge it by, and you can't make that impact. And you can't give it to any kind of program and have it go, here's what here's how you normally say it. And then you go like, oh, it's like the 3 C's. It's like clarity, consistency, connection. I literally was, having AI help me write out a post for something. And it said, blah, 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 the 3 C's. And I was like, the 3 C's? I'm like, what are the 3 C's? And they're like, you're always talking about clarity, consistency, and connection, the 3 C's. I hadn't, created a framework and started calling it the 3 C's until now, and until that came up. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. You see, you've got brilliances like that are coming out of you all the time, and you're not able to capture them, and all the AI programs in the world are falling short because they don't have the information, because You're not moving. You're not speaking it. You're not writing it. You're not doing it. So today's the day to do something about that. You're not noise. And your voice isn't noise in the AI world. Your voice is the signal. And you need to be a strong signal so that you can, on the darkest of nights, be seen and let people know the help is coming. Let's start it with 1 powerful hour. I've created a program for you. It's called what's it called? I've got it written down here. The Message to Money Map. Message to Money Map. 1 hour. Let's spend that 1 hour together. And let's define your message and come up with a solid program for how you're going to make money from that. Let's take you from the chaos and confusion that you feel to actionable, workable breakthrough. Let's do it. Let's spend that hour together. If you're ready for that, drop the word map. DM me the word map. Either way, comments, DMs, whatever. You need to get that clarity. You need to be moving, and then you need to work with somebody like me that's going to allow you to really make that breakthrough. So if you're ready to move from confusion and chaos to clarity and a map to your money, let's do it. Drop the word map. I want to help you with it. And if you need a community to join in, come join us at Visibility Amplifier. VisibilityAmplifier.com. Drop the word map in there if you're a little bit, afraid to do it. Like I said, you can DM me. I'm here to help you. I want to see you. Movements don't start big. The most giant of waves don't start off as an enormous wave. They build. Let's start building today. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so honored to get to spend this time with you today. Even though I'm in my hoodie and I'm cold, I'm really honored to be here with you today. I hope that you're happy, you're safe, you feel warmly loved. And then until together we're again next time, which will be tomorrow, when we're going to talk about when visibility becomes responsibility. When you actually take it on as something that you hold the responsibility for. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. And until we're together again next time, enjoy your Sunday. Be safe and have a great week.